Hello everybody, this is Kyle Ott of Draftradio, doing another M15 draft. I have to say, as much as I was not impressed with the spoilers of the set, it does pretty well for itself, and I'm very, very happy with it as a core set. Alright, laptop is plugged in and we are ready to go. And what a good pack to start us off with. I mean, seriously, we've just got some really strong cards. There's a Flesh to Dust, Borderland Marauder, two cards I like quite a bit. Siege Worm, which is just a great bomb in green and a solid card at common. There's a Covenant in Blood, Jarabi Murklurker, Broodkeeper, Pillar of Light is... hiccup. Pillar of Light is fine, Zoffshade is fine. However, what we're going to take is Soul of New Phyrexia. The card is incredible. It really is. 6 mana, 6/6, gives all you guys indestructible, so... really good, and it keeps us out of a color. Another decent pack. Necrogen Scudder is quite good. Gather Courage is fine. Typhoid Rat, Sign in Blood, Flesh to Dust, a Curse Spirit. We're going to take the Flesh to Dust. I mean, I know we're shipping a lot of black, but School of Drafting is you pick the best cards, so that's what you do. And, another really solid pack. There's Jace's Integrity. My little Imager account was up. Jace's Integrity is good. Wall of Essence is fine. There's an Accursed Spirit, another Flesh to Dust, but we're going to take the Flesh to Dust. You gotta love removal spells, so that's what we're taking. Let's see here. There's a Constricting Sliver, which is really good. Love Constricting Sliver. Even if you don't have a lot of slivers, it's certainly a good card to have around. There's also a Carrion Crow, which I like quite a bit, and a Gravedigger. And I think Gravedigger is a little bit better than Carrion Crow, especially given that we've got a Soul of New Phyrexia, so we got a nice little bomb to bring back. I think Constricting Sliver and Gravedigger are the two cards in competition, but at this point I'm taking Gravedigger, and I'd like to just try very hard to remain in my black. So, and we'll see how everything else sort of falls into place. Wall of Essence is fine. Hunt the Weak is fine as well. There's also a Necrobite. Sliverhide is an interesting card for sure. Certainly would be a lot better if I'd taken that Constricting Sliver. But then again, it also kind of damages your mana base a little bit. Although you can use it to cast slivers, which is cool. I'm going to take Shadow Cloak Vampire. I think it's the best card in the pack. Nice little beefy flyer. Black very rarely gets cards of this caliber, so that's what we're taking. Okay, so now our super good black cards are done. However, we have some decent green and red cards. There's a Scrapyard Mongrel, which I like. Fine little dude. I mean, most of the time it's just going to be a hill giant, and the times that it's not, it's decent. Then there's an Invasive Species. I think Invasive Species is probably better. Also, with Invasive Species, we can get a little bit more of a upside out of our Gravedigger. So we'll grab the Invasive Species, card that I certainly like having. So it's also a nice solid 3-drop. Ooh, that's a Paragon of Open Graves. We're taking the Paragon. The next best card in the pack for us is Covenant of Blood, but we've already got 2 Flesh to Dust as to like reach out and touch something. Next best card in the pack after Paragon is probably Brawler's Plate, maybe Miner's Bane, or Sanctified Charge, but Paragon is better than everything in that pack by a wide margin. There's not much to talk about. Overwhelm is certainly a fine card. It is not overrun by any stretch of the imagination. Lava Axe is okay as a finisher. Rot Feaster Maggot's fine, but Child of Night's a good 2-drop. We can take Naturalize for our sideboard. There's also Borderland Marauder, which is another good 2-drop. Or we could just take Mind Rot as sort of a playable. I'm fine taking Mind Rot. I mean, one big problem that I have in these drafts is I end up with too many playables, but I'd rather assume that I'm not going to get anything pack 2. So, and that Sign in Blood came all the way back around, so that's what we're taking. Really late Nimbus of the Isles is our pick here. Probably the next best card is Statute of Denial or Research Assistant. I'll take Witch's Familiar. Solemn Offering is better than Eternal, and Chain Veil is just actively bad. So, hide these. So, we've got a lot of good black stuff for sure. Really happy with how that played out for us. Not bad, not bad. And we're pretty open. I don't mind being black-green. I don't mind being black-blue. Every time I draft on here, black seems to just never, ever, ever be drafted. Yeah. Which I think is a shame. I don't think black is the strongest color in M15. I think that distinction belongs to red. Yeah. So yeah. Alright, let's see what this pack brings for us. We can maybe get something sweet going and decide if we want to get into our second color. It doesn't look like there's anything that's incredibly valuable to us and that we would super want. I mean, there's a Paragon of Fierce Defiance, which I like quite a bit. There's a Will-Forged Golem, a Crippling Blight, and that's about it. Johnny's Pridemate is fine, I guess. Titanic Growth's okay, Midnight Guard. This is a pretty mediocre pack. I think Paragon's the best card in here, so we're taking Paragon. If I end up in black-red, I end up in black-red. If not, then not. So, chances are, black might get a little bit cut in this pack. We did ship a lot of black, but we also got a lot of black back. So, and who knows, maybe our opponent, the guy who we shipped it to, didn't want it and realized that we had jumped in really, really early on. So, who knows? It will be interesting to see what we can get. There's a Generator Servant, which I like quite a bit. There's also an Evolving Wilds and a Gargoyle Sentinel, and a Paragon of Gathering Mists, which also seems good. I like Paragon of Gathering Mists. I also like Gargoyle and Generator Servant. Also Evolving Wilds. Those are the 4 cards that I'm teetering between, guys. The Sentinel, Paragon, Wilds, and Generator. I think I'll take the Paragon here. Again, I don't know what my second color is yet. Although if I do want to be safe, I would go Gargoyle Sentinel. I do like Sentinel. Yeah, we'll take the Gargoyle. Play it safe. I don't know what I'm going to be. Oh my. That is Yisan, the Wandering Bard. The Wanderer Bard. Yeah, Yisan's pretty insane, actually. If you've never played with him, he's pretty awesome. Does this mean I put Invasive Species back in the deck? Take Paragon out? Yeah, Yisan's cool. I mean, I'm sad that I'm passing Undergrowth Scavenger and Siegeworm, but Yisan is awesome. Okay, so signals are just a little bit wonky going into the second pack, because that's an Into the Void of Blastfire Bolt. I don't really know what I want to take, in all honesty. We'll take Blastfire Bolt. No, we'll take Into the Void. Into the Void's better. And we'll just... So this is what we're teetering between. We can either be black-green or black-blue. Mercurial Pretender. I almost said Predator, which I think Mercurial Pretender is a pretty awesome card. I think it's strictly better than Living Totem, too. So we'll take that. That's fine. Clone that can reset itself tends to be pretty decent. There's also a Necromancer's Assistant and a Typhoid Rats. I think I'll take the Assistant. Reason being, I like good aggressive 3-drops. Assistant is certainly an aggressive 3-drop, and if I do wind up in black-green, which I might, this guy, Necromancer's Assistant, plays really well with Undergrowth Scavenger. The card I like quite a bit, actually. We could take Dissipate, we could take Meteorite, which I don't mind taking Meteorite, in all honesty. Either way, I think we're going to be a little more on the control-y side of things. And this does damage, and it fixes our mana. Sure, we'll take the Meteorite there. We could take Undergrowth Scavenger, which I do like quite a bit. There's also Capsho Kite Fins. Strange-looking fish. Yeah, we'll take the Scavenger. That's fine. I don't mind taking Scavenger. Crippling Blight is probably the best card here. I won't play a second Mind Rot. I don't think I'm in red. And Crippling Blight is nice, although that wheeled. So did Paragon, though, so we'll take Paragon. As expected, we didn't get too much black in that pack. Okay, so we're sort of teetering here. I don't know what colors we're in, but that's okay. I think we're not in red. I'll take the Path Mage. And then Mind Sculpt is fine. Moss Beast is also fine. Statute is okay. So, we're still teetering, I think, between black and green. Or between blue and green. We're definitely in black. And next pack, we're probably going to get rewarded. Hello, everybody. Holy crap, there's red. Okay, so Stoke the Flames. I don't think I can teeter anymore. I think at this point I am for sure and have to commit to a color. and I don't think I have the red capable of supporting it. I'll take the Necromancer's Assistant and see what's in the next pack. I think that is the safest idea. And we get past a Lightning Strike. Of course we get past a Lightning Strike. Well, there's a Phyto Titan, which... Is Phyto Titan good? I'll try it. Why not, right? I'll try anything. Once. There's also Undergrowth Scavenger. I'll take the Scavenger. I like Scavenger quite a bit. Especially with 2 Necromancer's Assistants. So I'm going to hide the blue. I don't think I need to play blue. Which makes me sad. We have Mercurial Pretender. I could splash from Mercurial Pretender and into the Void. I don't necessarily have to do that. I probably won't do that, but I could. Let's see. Bloodhost is decent. So we'll take Bloodhost. Although there's also Phyrexian Revoker. Well, how's my 2-drops looking? Oh, I need a 2-drop, so we'll take Revoker then. It's important to build curves in Magic. For those players that are like, why would you take that over a clearly stronger card? It really is important to build curves, and while we might not be the super aggressive deck, we definitely want to have a little early game presence. That being said, I'm going to take Covenant of Blood over Charging Rhino. I want at least one more way to reach out and touch somebody, so that's what we're grabbing. Verdant Haven, which would let us splash for our Pretender or our Into the Void. It also accelerates us out to our Soul of New Phyrexia and our Cavernous Moss Beast, if that's truly the route that we wish to go. There's also a Charging Rhino. I don't mind taking Haven. Although Rhino is probably the stronger card, but I don't mind taking Haven to sort of get us there. There is a Necrogen Scudder. I think that's the card that I'll be taking. I do like Necrogen Scudder quite a bit. Nice little aggressive flyer. Does a lot of stuff that I want it to do, so that's what I'll take. We wheel another Undergrowth Scavenger, which is great. Again, with the 2 Necromancer's Assistants, this is definitely a card that is much better than it looks. And we wheel the Charging Rhino as well. I'll take the most annoying card in this pack, which is probably Encrust. Although I guess Capsho is kind of annoying. I'll take Encrust. I'm not going to play any of the other ones. I will take Naturalize, however, for our sideboard. Void Snare I can take too. I'm just not going to play anything else out of that pack. This looks okay. Doesn't look terrible. I certainly need to start prioritizing. I need to keep my 3-drops in the deck for sure though, because I want to trade creatures early and often for the Scavengers. I'll take Crowd's Favor, I guess, and then Lava Axe. Okay. So we wafted a little bit, but we still got some playables, which is good. I definitely don't mind this start at all. Paragon is great, as is Gravedigger. Yisan is awesome too. So, pretty happy. Very happy actually with how that played out. So, super pleased about that. Let's go and generate our deck. And while that's loading, I'm going to get on tap, so we can just cut down on our time. Whew. Went for a huge run today, and I am exhausted. Man, oh man. There we go. Now it's working. Path Mage is in the sideboard, main, sideboard. Alright, I'm just gonna go. I was gonna mess around with the sideboard function, but I'm just gonna do it the way that we normally do it. Which is to say, we just save it and move on. 21, 24, 26, 27, so we gotta cut 4 cards. Seems fine. Let's see, I'm going to check the sideboard to see if they had done anything weird. They didn't. Excellent. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so the cards that we can cut. So like I said, we have to cut 4 cards, which I don't think is a problem for us. The cards that I'm going to cut are going to be, and I'm going to make sure that I put them into the sideboard. I'm gonna cut our Mind Rot. It's just an average card. We don't need it. It's certainly fine. Like if our opponent has a slower deck, then I'll definitely side it back in, probably for our 6-drop of some kind. I'm also going to side out our Carnivorous Moss Beast. We've got a lot of expensive stuff in the deck already, and Moss Beast just really isn't all that exciting. So, goodbye, Moss Beast of the carnivorous variety. Okay. What else do I want to cut? I'm excited to try Phyto Titan. I don't know if Phyto Titan will be awesome, but I'm excited to try him. I actually really like the Undergrowth Scavengers in this deck, too. That's one of the reasons I'm not going to touch my 3-drop slot. I want my guys to trade early and often. So, a little bit of a deck tech moment there. 20, 24, 25, so 2 more cards. I think that's pretty easily done. I probably can cut 1 3-drop, and then I can just cut either the Verdenhaven or the Crippling Blight. Probably want to cut Crippling Blight, don't know. Okay, I could cut Meteorite too, but I'll probably just cut Verdenhaven. I mean, Meteorite does the same thing, but it also hits for damage. That could be a misplay. Certainly. I don't know if it's better to have the cheaper one in there. And then I can either cut 1 creature, or I can cut the Covenant, not the Covenant, sorry, the Crippling Blight. And I think I'll cut a creature. I'd rather have the Crippling Blight in there, in all honesty. I'll cut Witch's Familiar. It's just not that exciting. And in case they have something really powerful, then we'll be ready. So, like if they're super aggressive, I can just easily side that back in. It just doesn't matter. Pretty excited about it. And let's see what our mana split is looking like. So we got 7 and 12. We'll probably go 10 Swamp and 7 Forest. Although, yeah, because Meteorite gives us an 8th green source. Although with the Charging Rhino in the deck, because that's double black, or double green. Phyto Titan is double green. No, I think that's okay. I think 10-7 is fine. La la la, go into untap. Yeah, I think the 10-7 split is just going to be okay. So, not too concerned about it. Hopefully this deck does well. We have a lot of good ways to reach out and touch people, which is always what you want to have. I realized in my draft that I did last night, when I played green-red, I didn't have as many ways to do that. And I think it hurt the overall consistency of the deck. So, 2, 8, this is 10. There we go, that's 13. Alright, excellent. We do need an awesome name for it. I just have to. Did anyone ever watch that show when they were little? I just remember it was on PBS all the time when I was like 3. I was like, I wanted to be Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's friends in the worst way. Because I was like, I want to go solve mysteries. Who doesn't want to go solve mysteries? Plus, as like a 4-year-old, I mean, I had like the biggest crush on them. Oh my gosh. Alright, Carnivorous Moss Beast, as opposed to the Vegetarian Moss Beast, which did not make it into the core set, sadly. I was excited to see Vegetarian Moss Beast, but, you know. What are you supposed to do, right? See how many of these names of cards on my sideboard I spell wrong. That's the game we're going to play today. Save the deck. Which is familiar. Oh, because I put an E. I was so close to having perfect spelling, guys. So very close. Yay! Deck is saved. Excellent. Well, I am going to go and play our first round, and hopefully, guys, we're going to get a nice little victory for you. Until then, I will see you later.